We're sure that most of you will want to travel after being cooped up indoors for so long because of the community quarantines. So why not plan out your next magical adventure with one of the places on our list? I'm Kat and welcome to Daily Brew. Today we're listing our picks for the top 10 out-of-this-world places you should visit. We're going to be looking at some of the most amazing places on the planet, which might seem like they're from a completely different reality. Now before we get to our list, make sure to watch until the end of this video because our number one pick will definitely inspire the wanderlust within you. Okay, are your bags and passport packed? Let's get started. Number 10, the Golden Boulder, Myanmar. If you're planning a spiritual quest to find your inner peace, why not travel to Myanmar and meditate under the Golden Boulder? This giant boulder, almost 2,000 years old, can be seen teetering at the edge of a cliff, perfectly balanced as all things should be. This site has been part of sacred pilgrimages for Buddhist groups because legend has it that the only thing keeping this boulder from falling is a strand of the Buddha's hair. Number 9, Faroe Islands Waterfall, Faroe Islands, Atlantic. Are you more of an island adventurer? Then book a trip to the Faroe Islands located in the Atlantic. This place is far away enough for proper social distancing. And when you get there, you'll be greeted by a spectacular sight. With grass so serene and the cold sea breeze blowing against your hair, it feels like these waterfalls are shooting straight into the sky. This phenomenon is caused by the strong winds of the sea being forced upwards by the landscape of the island. Can you imagine being the first person to discover this place? We're pretty sure you'd be freaking out that you found an actual bridge to the heavens.
What?
Number 8, Hoover Dam, Nevada, USA. Are you more of an engineering and physics junkie? Then you're going to want to take a trip to Hoover Dam. This megastructure was built in 1935, and it was a project of the late American President Franklin Roosevelt. This place is responsible for keeping 10 trillion gallons of water at bay, so you can imagine how large it is. 1,200 feet long and 660 feet thick. What's so astounding about this place? Well, try to pour a bottle of water from the top of the dam, and you'll see that the water will start flowing upwards instead of falling. This is because of the strong winds being displaced by the millions of gallons of water passing through. Number 7, Spook Hill, Lake Wales, Florida. Legend has it that Spook Hill in Florida, USA, was once a thriving Native American village that was ravaged by a giant crocodile in the past. One day, the village chief engaged in brutal one-on-one combat with the beast, which led to both of them perishing. Now, what makes this place spooky is that if you leave your car on neutral on the base of the hill, it will actually start rolling upwards on its own. People are torn, wondering if it's the chief's spirit that is responsible for pulling them to safety, or if it's the crocodile spirit pulling them towards its mouth. Why not book a trip yourself and try to solve the case? Number 6, St. Ignace Mystery Spot, St. Ignace, Michigan. Ever heard of Gravity Falls? Well, here's a place that may remind you of the show. Consider visiting St. Ignace Mystery Spot in Michigan, USA, because this is a place where gravity seems to not exist. Navigational equipment often show false readings, while taller people may seem shorter and shorter people may seem taller. So if you're looking for a place that's going to tickle your brain, make your hair stand on end, or if you're searching for some strange and weird, why not give this place a try? Number 5, Reverse Waterfall, Hayfield, England. If you're looking for a little bit of magic and mystery, but don't have the resources to get to the Faroe Islands, then maybe you'll want to visit the Reverse Waterfall in Hayfield, England instead. This waterfall seems to be suffering from a fear of heights. Instead of dropping at a height of 80 feet, the water floats upwards towards the sky at a speed of 50 miles per hour instead. Don't believe us? Then why don't you check it out? The stream is visible from several miles away. Similar to Faroe Islands, this place is characterized by crazy strong winds that carry the water upwards. So if you've ever wanted to reach the heavens by boat, this is the waterfall to take.
Wow!
Number 4, Door to Hell, Turkmenistan. Would you want to go on a demon-slaying adventure just like Doom Guy? Then enter the Devil's Lair by jumping headfirst into this fiery pit known as the Door to Hell, located in Turkmenistan. If you'll believe it, this site has been burning for 50 years. And the reason why is that when scientists were drilling around this area, noxious gases started rushing out from the hole. So they thought to themselves to maybe light it up and dispel the gases. But obviously this was a bad idea. Now, if you aren't interested in a wrestling match with Satan, maybe you can bring an enemy here and just toss them into the pit.
This is Sparta!
Number 3, Crooked Forest, Poland. If you've been wanting to plan an RPG-type adventure, then there's no better place to EXP grind than a haunted forest, right? Book a flight to Poland and take a walk through the Crooked Forest located near the town of Grafino. This forest is home to about 400 pine trees that all grow in a curve. Imagine an upside-down question mark. Freaky, right? These trees bend sharply in their midsection, pointing towards north, then continue to grow upright, almost as if to ignore the deviation. Scientists aren't sure what might have caused this, but hey, maybe there's a Goblin King around, and you might just be lucky enough to meet him. Number 2, the Blood Waterfall, Antarctica. Are you interested in the occult? Or maybe are you a hardcore metalhead? Then why not visit the Blood Waterfall in Antarctica? Imagine an entire waterfall gushing with crimson red water. We're sure that's enough to give you the tingles and the heebie-jeebies. This waterfall isn't actually releasing gallons of blood though. It's iron oxide tainted saltwater coming from the Taylor Glacier. If you were imagining an ancient sacrificial site used by evil penguins, then we're sorry to burst your bubble. But you'll get your fair share of Instagram-worthy shots, watching the bloody water contrast against the serene white snow. Number 1, Tagast, Austria. If you're looking for a place to dive or maybe have a little picnic, here's the place for you. This unique park is dry half the year and completely submerged underwater during the other half. Tagast Park is located within the Alps in Austria. This place is an ordinary park most of the year, but once spring hits and the snow from the mountains melt, it becomes a diver's wet dream. Park benches, bridges, and trees are submerged in 33 feet of crystal clear water. Just don't forget to bring some warm clothes too, because the chilly water reaches 4 to 8 degrees Celsius. Those were our picks for the top 10 out-of-this-world places you should visit. Which location on our list intrigued you the most? And what other places should we have included? Let us know in the comments section below. And if you haven't already, be sure to give us a like and subscribe to Daily Gram for more amazing destination picks.